Be certain that he who has betrayed thee once will betray thee again. Avoid the eye that discovers with rapidity the bad and is slow to see the good. There are no friends more inseparable than pride and hardness of heart, humility and love, falsehood and impudence. Who cuts is easily wounded. The readier you are to offend, the sooner you are offended. He who always prefaces his tale with laughter is biased between impertinence and folly. The more anyone speaks of himself, the less he likes to hear another talked of. Where consequences ceases, their folly, restlessness and misery begin. Mistrust the man who finds everything good, the man who finds everything evil, and still more the man who is indifferent to everything. The immoderate cannot love moderately. He whose pride oppresses the humble may perhaps be humbled, but will never be humble. He who can at all times sacrifice pleasure to duty approaches sublimity. Injustice arises either from precipitation or indolence, or from a mixture of both. The rapid and slow are seldom just. The unjust wait either not at all or wait too long. Softness of smile indicates softness of character. Who begins with severity in judging of another ends commonly with falsehood. Vanity and rudeness are seldom seen together. Who will sacrifice nothing and enjoy all is a fool. Say not you know another entirely till you have divided an inheritance with him. He who can conceal his joys is greater than he who can hide his griefs. If you wish to appear agreeable in society, you must consent to be taught many things which you already know. The acquisition of will for one thing exclusively presupposes entire acquaintance with many others. Close thine ear against him that shall open his mouth secretly against another. If thou receivest not his words, they fly back and wound the reporter. If thou dost receive them, they fly forward and wound the receiver. The manner of giving shows the character of the giver more than the gift itself. Strange that cowards cannot see that their greatest safety lies in dauntless courage. Defeat serves to enlighten us. A sneer is often the sign of heartless malignity. There is a manner of forgiveness so divine that you are ready to embrace the offender for having called it forth. Trust him with none of thy individualities who is, or pretends to be, two things at once. Who has witnessed one free and unconstrained act of yours has witnessed all. Who gives a trifle meanly is meaner than the trifle. Neither refinement nor delicacy is indispensable to produce elegance. He surely is most in need of another's patience, who has none of his own. Too much gravity argues a shallow mind. True genius repeats itself forever, and never repeats itself, whenever varied sense beams, novelty and unity on all. Humility with energy is often mistaken for pride. If you see one cold and vehement at the same time, set him down for a fanatic who despises all that is despicable, is made to be impressed with all that is grand. Desire is the uneasiness a man finds in himself upon the absence of anything whose present enjoyment carries the idea of delight with it. Trust him little who praise all, him less who censures all, and him least who is indifferent about all. Who is fatal to others is so to himself. He can feel no little wants who is in pursuit of grandeur. There is no mortal truly wise and restless at once. Wisdom is the repose of minds. Borrowed wit is the poorest wit. Desire is the uneasiness a man finds in himself upon the absence of anything whose present enjoyment carries the idea of delight with it. Good humor is always a success. The ambitious sacrifices all to what he terms honor, as the miser all to money. Who partakes in another's joy is a more human character than he who partakes in his griefs. The less you can enjoy, the poorer, the scantier yourself, the more you can enjoy, the richer, the more vigorous. Where pride begins, love ceases. True love, like the eye, can bear no flaw. The cruelty of the effeminate is more dreadful than that of the hardy. Weakness, so called, are nothing more nor less than vice in disguise.